Buttons goes to the ball. Once upon a time, when Robin was a little bit littler than she is now, I was helping to get her dressed. It was during that charming, biddable stage of around 8 months when everything was interesting to her and she would sit still long enough to let you demonstrate it. Now she is a year old and mostly toddles off, grabs at and helps herself to all the interesting experiences unaided. We had already negotiated the slip-over envelope neck pop-under vest and sung to each little toe so that it knew whether it was going to market or staying at home or going to have roast beef or become a vegetarian. And we had collectively applied a baby grow, including the complex popper matching around the crutch, and anyone who can do that first time should go and try and make peace in the Middle East. We had to rewind the music on her musical cop thing for at least 2 times, and God knows how long that goes on. And now she was sitting on my lap for the final stage, applying the little knitted cardigan. I remember hearing the definition of a cardigan. A cardigan is something you put on when your mother feels cold. So together we had worked out how much bend there was in each of her elbows and how much stretch there was in the cardigan. The miniature jacket had been knit one, purled one by a close family member, possibly her great-grandmother. Robin has an abundance of strong women role models in her family life. And as each small hand made the perilous journey up the sleeve from armhole to cuff and emerged from the sleeve, surprising and delighting us both. To celebrate the victory, we did a round of round and round the garden, where that dizzying teddy bear, unsteady with inebriation, I shouldn't be surprised, staggers 1 step, 2 step, and collapses tickly under there. Each stage, each garment is accompanied by a story or a song or that kind of inconsequential chat that teaches language to the infant child. What a lovely vest you have. What nice knees you've got, Robin. All dressed up, Cinders. You'll soon be ready to go to the ball. Finally, the finale of fascination. The buttons. Tiny, shiny buttons, sewn on good and hard so that neither wild horses nor fiddly fingers could remove them. Robin watched, intrigued. What would I do with these button things? Shame, she's going to hide them. No, they were going to pop out through the hole and magically keep the flaps of the cardigan together. I could see she was impressed. Was that a fluke, Grandma? Said her face. Go on, do it again, she challenged me in silence. Small children like to see magical tricks done over and over again for the delight of watching it happen again and, I suspect, to see if they can work out how it's done. Everything they know how to do has been acquired in this way, watching things being done over and over again. Well, I repeated the amazing buttoning up feats with the next button and the next until the cardigan was all done up. My granddaughter, still solemnly looking down from my lap, turned to look up at me and sigh, an eloquent, wordless sigh that spoke volumes. Oh, Grandma, you are so clever. I accepted the admiration, of course, but I reflected to myself how fast the days are moving, and how they will continue to move even faster. Today, Robin, I am very happy to do up your buttons. Today, I am happy to be able to do up your buttons. And then a grandmotherly thought. The days will pass, and in a little while you will be able to do up your own buttons, and it will be your turn to dress yourself in finery and go out to dance. And I will continue to admire you, and I will still be able to focus well enough to do up my own buttons. And then a little more time will pass, and I may not be able to button them. Perhaps my fingers will be too stiff, or perhaps it will become a mystery to me as it is to you now. I hope then you will remember that we all get our turn to be Cinderella and go to the ball. And we all get our turn to stay at home and be buttons. And when that happens, I hope you will find time to help me do up my cardigan.